Okay, everybody, welcome to the Village of Skokie Appearance Commission meeting for Wednesday, April 11th, 2018. When you checked in for your permit applications, you were all given instructions as to what we're going to be doing tonight, so there should be no surprises. There are only a few people in here. There is a big caseload because there's a multiple case in here that's a commercial thing, so we want to get through the stuff as expeditiously as possible. When I call a case, stand up right in front of me, in front of the table here. As you're coming up, the commissioner to my left will be reading comments that we get from the village's building department, community development department. We take those into consideration as we're rendering our decisions. This is a public meeting. It's being recorded for the cable access, so keep that in mind and everybody be on their best behavior. With that said, anybody who's going to testify tonight or speak in front of us, please rise and be sworn in.
Anyone who wants to give testimony should be sworn in. It's harmless. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give tonight will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
All right, before we get started with the cases, does somebody want to make a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting?
I move to approve the minutes of March 11th.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So passed. Case number 2018-9A, Michael and Lene Sprang at 8543 Keeler Avenue.
The staff has no objections with the overall design. Technical items to be addressed include a waiver of the 50% masonry requirement. No bedrooms are allowed in the basement, and due to the size of the addition, a sprinkler system must be installed.
How you guys doing? Good.
Good.
Does anybody have any issues with this? We all got a kind of a sneak peek when Carrie sent this out. I think it looks kind of cool. You're using stucco, right, and not drive it?
Yes, it's stucco panel.
Good.
We have kept stucco in mind, but unfortunately the cost where they are.
And so the only question I had was these are infills, right?
Yes, they are.
Are you taking out the sills?
Well, we would like to, but it's right now we're budgeting everything, and preferably yes. The
Okay,
short
good.
answer is yes, we like.
I mean, otherwise it'll look foolish. So
And it's
Let-
doing it brick, so that's
let's just remove those, okay? It's not going to be much budget difference for removing those.
No, we must show all kinds of effort to just save the time.
Right. Right. Anybody have any comment? Somebody want to make a motion?
I move that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case number 2018-009A as presented, with the exception that it is preferred that the window infills sills be removed as well, and that the
Can we move this sill up too?
Yes,
Or remove it?
yes, I think it's easier to remove.
Okay,
it,
good,
yes.
good.
and the waiver of the 50% masonry requirement be granted.
Anybody
as
second?
well.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. So passed.
Thank you so much.
Painless.
Good luck.
Case number 2018-10A, Thomas Matthew at 10025 Lamont.
Staff has no objections with the overall design. Technical items to be
Get my
addressed
gavel.
include verifying the front yard setbacks
To
of
be without a
neighboring
gavel.
homes on the block to ensure the proposed porch meets setback requirements. No bedrooms are allowed in the basement. The hobby room cannot be converted to a bedroom in the future, and the interior design reduces the bedroom count from 4 to 3 bedrooms.
How are you?
Good, good.
Excellent. I do like the drawn in landscaping on the elevation. It's kind of cool. Don't normally get that. Yeah, you see that? I thought this looked really cool.
I like the rendering. I like it that you got all the windows on the east. I think it's east, right? East Street?
So you're really not doing anything other than you're creating this here, right?
Yeah, and actually it's the.
And something in the back, right?
No,
That's
not
existing?
in back. It's
So-
existing. We only provide the front access to the existing single-family dwelling. And actually, this front building line is 4 inches before we
Okay.
start.
Yeah, so-
That's only what we need. We need stairs, 6 stairs providing access to that front.
Do you speak with Brian? Because even though the setback is 25, we go with the average of the block. So make sure you straighten that out with him or it won't be approved zoning-wise, even if they
Sure.
approve it aesthetically.
So you're creating this nice entry here.
Correct.
You're getting, these windows that are here are gone, that's where the new entry is, and then over here, you're cleaning it up and you're gonna make this look, I think that's gonna be outstanding. And you're gonna match all the existing finishes?
Correct. We have a
Yeah, sweet.
sample of the brick.
Yeah, yep, I'm sure you're gonna do it all to match, okay?
Right. I believe that we may reuse some brick.
Yeah, we would, to make it look better.
Remove the
Yeah.
existing windows and make this.
I got nothing, anybody? Somebody wanna make a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion that certificate of
Push that one.
appropriateness be granted for case number 2018-10A located at 125 Lemon Avenue as presented.
As long as you, did you get Brian's approval or not yet? With zoning, front yard zoning approval?
With front rear.
Yeah, provided you get
zone-
front yard zoning.
zoning approval.
So this is not a part of the.
Anybody second?
Not zone-
Second.
Second. No.
This is just an aesthetic review committee.
Yeah. Okay,
It's the zoning board, you would have to notify everybody in the neighborhood and all that. So this is something you should have checked before you
If-
even came
if-
here with our zoning person.
unless he conforms.
Yeah.
Right,
That's all.
right. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
So
Aye.
passed. So, you know what he's saying, you gotta make sure that conforms to the front yard setback. Okay?
All right.
Great work, otherwise. Sure. Case number 2018-11A, Cheryl Manilow, 9406 Kedvale.
The staff has no objections with the overall design.
Are they here?
She decided to not go ahead with the project, so you could call it in and say additional is canceled.
And that case, well, we called it in, we don't need to read the comments. The petitioner, or the requester, decided to not proceed. That said, we're gonna move on to case number 2018-12A, Philip Jacobson, 9419 Hamlin.
The staff has no objections with the overall design. However, it is recommended that a stone band be provided around the base of the addition and aligned with the window sill of the bay window.
Hello.
Hi. So, this house, there's no changes to the front whatsoever, and then we're putting an addition in the back.
Back here.
We did put stone on this bay window that protrudes. We didn't feel put the stone thing on. Really enhance the project going around the sides because then sort of how much of a stone band is it, and we're very concerned about, we are concerned about building the wall and the cost of the project, relative cost of the project, so we prefer to build the side of the wall. We thought that the house is designed as 58% masonry as it is.
We're not questioning the existing percentage, we just.
We're talking about the aesthetics,
Aesthetics.
the aesthetics of, since you put a stone band in here,
Right.
it would look,
We-
it'd be nice if this, and I think the homeowner would agree.
We'd rather take it out, I think.
We'd rather leave
We're
it
just
in.
concerned, we're concerned for cost, we're concerned really
I understand,
for cost,
I understand.
you know.
Is that
We'd rather
the
have all
rear?
stone walls.
It's the rear, it's the rear.
Oh, I see what they mean.
And it doesn't,
Well, since
you don't see any of
it's
it.
the rear.
You won't see any of this. It's a beautiful house and there's no change whatsoever to the front position. And we're tearing down a less than
It's
desirable addition.
it's this.
Right. So we're tearing down a, you know, family room from 50.
Yeah, so you definitely won't, this is your drive, you definitely won't see any of this.
I'm okay the way it
I
is.
think it's fine the way it is.
Outside.
Well, but are you saying you want to put it on the bay or take it out of the bay?
I liked it on the bay. but,
Okay, good.
you know,
All right, then that's
it's a-
fine.
it's something that's-
That's fine, okay. You guys like?
Yep.
Fire away, Joel. As is.
I make a motion that a certificate of appropriateness be granted for case number 2018-12A, located at 9419 Hamlin, as presented.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So passed. Thank you. All right, case number 2018-13A, Dejan Shekovic. If I said that correctly, are they here? 8350 Lincoln.
The staff has no objections with the overall design. However, it is suggested that more glass, an awning/canopy, double-hung windows, and/or other features be added to provide aesthetic interest to the entrance facade. Technical items to be addressed include meeting the parking requirements for the site based on the NX Neighborhood Mixed-Use District regulations, including 6 parking spaces, 5 standard plus 1 accessible, based on the proposed floor plan dated March 28, 2018.
How are you, sir?
Not bad. Usually on that side. Okay, I have the rendering.
Where is this?
We'll look approximately who wants to see it.
What is this, Lincoln and what?
It's right across from the old police station.
On the west side of the street?
On the south, southwest.
Ah, yeah.
Right next to the parking lot. There's across the street was where the parking lot used to be.
All right, so what are we doing?
Well, right now, the way the building looks, it's kind of ugly. It has single pane windows, and this part here has no insulation. It's about 1/4 inch thick, so it's very cold. I'm trying to rent it out, can't do anything. I want to change the pace. I mean, I will convert the second floor to an apartment.
This
and
is a
have
better
this-
look.
Yeah,
Okay.
first floor commercial. But those are double hung windows, and these are porcelain tiles that I will be using for a facade. They're
That's for this part.
this part and this part.
Okay, you got a
This whole
different.
part is brick. This is black.
Yeah, that's existing, to
Yeah,
remain.
that's existing, and this is the black
Okay,
tile,
I
which
gotcha.
has a little brown in it
I got you.
to kind of
Mm-hmm.
match up to that one.
You guys want to see the rendering?
Is the tile here?
He's got two different
Yeah, it's
colored
right
tiles.
here.
This is, that tile will
That's
go
that
here.
one, and the brown one
That
is
one
right
will
there.
go here.
So where the
okay.
green panels are is where the dark tile's going.
Right.
And I'm reducing some of the windows, I think they're just huge. And to have an apartment upstairs, I need to have a knee wall,
So is this going residential?
the second floor.
Okay,
It's mixed use.
okay.
You are going to change all the windows, right?
I'm
All the
changing, yes,
windows and-
yes, they're all brand new. But also on the first floor, you know, I have like
These are new?
30 inches, yeah, 30 inches high, and then the window.
Are the windows steel, white, what color?
Yeah, what's
They are
the,
white double hung windows. Vinyl. Vinyl, yes,
but it's gonna be white?
yes.
Are you sure white's gonna look good?
Yeah.
This is
It
not,
should
No.
be like putty, maybe?
so this is not right, right?
Oh, I see, I guess it
That's
doesn't
the
look
old-
bad
that's
in the
the windows
rendering. It
right
looks-
now.
I
Oh,
don't like
that
it
is the
white
old
at
one.
all.
Yeah, this is, I mean, I can get brown windows, I just don't think,
Like a putty color, you know, so not dark, but
Yeah.
not white. I think the
Right,
white,
not dark, there's enough dark.
yeah, but I think it looks kind of interesting. I think it would look better with a softer color tone.
Mhm.
That's just me.
I don't know, I thought about it a lot, and I've been doing construction for about 25 years, so I think white would look better. Putty is okay, brown I don't like using because it warps with time, and
But
and
they're
sun and
vinyl
everything.
double hung windows, they're not super expensive windows.
So, let's talk about the entryway. You just gonna leave it?
No, I'm changing that as well.
No. How shall?
Um,
Because
Here,
according to this, what you have here and what I see here, it doesn't look much different.
The door is
Is there
still
a
here,
canopy?
that's the entrance to the building, and I'm going with this tile here and here as well.
But you know, the staff suggested maybe some form of a protrusion of a, something, just something to give the entry a little more interest.
Like an overhang, is it?
No, I think that's what this, you know, to me, it doesn't matter, I'm just having a
I'm
discussion.
I don't know if I can do overhangs anywhere,
There's no canopy,
Mhm.
it's just like a niche.
Here,
This is
the
just
entrance,
because this is not, this is not
a
flush.
design.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a niche,
There is
like
about almost
here.
3 feet.
Uh-huh.
When you walk in, this is kind of inside.
Uh-huh. I mean, it doesn't bother me, I'm just
Are
having
you
a
doing
discussion.
anything to this?
Oh, it
What
is
is it,
indeed.
Yeah,
about
that's
metal?
being changed, yeah, that's metal.
indented, but
That's
just
being
like a
changed.
niche,
I don't know why he left that color, but it'd probably be something a little shiny to give it the numbers.
So are you gonna go with
Next.
anodized aluminum? What are you doing with the doors? Staying as is?
Aluminum doors, yes. This
But-
one is going to be aluminum.
But it's new?
Silver, what color?
Silver.
Okay.
So the sign band is going to be a cementitious board? Is that-
No, he says he's gonna do aluminum.
Yeah,
But
no,
this is pointing
this is
here.
this. That's the
Yeah, but-
stone, cementatious, whatever they call it. That could
The
be.
mortar
I understand, but this dot is, occurs on the sign band.
I like this.
Put my glasses on, sorry.
That note refers to that. It says non-combustible new cementitious boards for this and for this. I don't know, but it's probably a
Well, if it
mistake. I
were
don't know why he
subdued,
dropped it down to
it
here.
would Also subdue
But it'll
it
probably
on
be
the
some kind of
windows.
aluminum or something like that, just to give it a little pop.
So actually, that's porcelain tile, Tom. It's not cementitious boards. What is that product?
Porcelain.
Who did the drawing?
My architect.
Okay, and when he did this, did you know about this material yet or not?
Yes.
So why didn't he draw it correctly?
So
I
is
don't
that
know.
going to be the tile?
Don't pay him.
This is,
I'm not.
These are all gray.
He's a friend, that's why he did the job.
So this says new vinyl frame windows, dark brown. And you're saying white,
Where?
right there. I don't mind dark brown.
No, that's a mistake.
Well,
White
That's
or,
a-
do you want to tune this up and come back at the end of the meeting and tell me what it really is? Because we're not here to do your drawings, which is what
Brown,
we're
but it's
doing.
white.
white or putty color?
It's white windows. I mean, I want white. If you guys tell me putty, I'll do putty. I don't
We'll give
care.
you the option.
You want double hung to
They
match
are
the other
double
ones?
hung, yes.
Well, the one above the entrance looks.
What about
more
here?
like Fixed glass.
The one.
Is that a
above-
stairway?
The one, yeah, that's there. That will be just a picture window.
Will it not have the center mullion?
It will have the center, but it'll be picture. It won't be able to open it.
Understand.
Fixed.
Fixed.
Yes.
Have you used indoor tiles outside before?
Yes, I have a tile.
So
storage.
actually there is no change in the entrance, right? Entrance area,
There's gonna be some changes where we're gonna do, like right here, you can see that there's brick here, and we're doing the tile here.
We've been doing
And
construction
this
for
we're
25
taking
years.
out, and we're doing another aluminum type of material here with new numbers.
here it says existing, all this existing, so
Clear anodized, did he say?
all these are new or?
Double
Well,
hung
these
window.
existing doors are good. I may reuse these or
If not
get new
porcelain
ones,
center?
because they're aluminum doors.
It's
To me, on a commercial building,
aluminum.
please having residential, just opening windows.
And then residence also, like it's just one apartment.
All right,
Well, it'll look better than what this is.
Well, I can rent it out. It's cold in there.
Fire
My
away.
taxes are 25 a year, so.
all right. I move that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case number 2018-013A. As presented, however, with some changes to the designations of the materials. The porcelain tiles will be used, not cementitious boards as shown. The windows would be a vinyl, however, not dark brown, but a white or a putty colored. That the cementitious board designation for the signboard above the entry is not. It's not porcelain tile either. It would be an aluminum of some sort. The entry front doors would be clear anodized aluminum.
This is existing, is it gonna be new?
Well, the existing ones are good, so I may,
You said you were gonna put in new, is it gonna be
Oh, yeah.
existing or new?
let's say put existing, okay?
It's existing.
Pardon my frustration, but I don't like having to redo this stuff, okay? So just double check the stuff before it gets submitted. Go ahead, Tom.
And I think that covered it.
Anybody want to second that?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
No.
No. One opposed? Okay, passed.
Okay, thank you.
Here you go. You don't need this, Nathan. This is garbage. Case number 2018-008A, which is the MVP Skokie Opco
Don't think
LLC.
they're here, Mike.
Are they not here?
Correct.
There was a potential that they were gonna request it to be, continued
Okay.
to May.
Good. Moving on. Case number 2018-14A, Right Line Properties, LLC, at 9319 Skokie Boulevard. Are they here?
The staff has no objections with the overall design. However, it is requested that the walk-in freezer cooler be enclosed in building materials that match the main building, and the roof access along Grosse Point Road include a door to match the adjacent parapet materials to provide a continuous parapet line. Also, consideration could be given to adding the dark brown or red accent color to the east elevation, possibly with the addition of Wendy's logo. Sign code relief would be necessary, however. Although not screened to full height, the rooftop HVAC units that are taller than the parapet appear to be set back far enough to not be visible from the street. If this is not the case, additional rooftop screening must be provided prior to the issuance of the certificate of occupancy. The red Wendy's logo and lettering wall signs should be reduced to 36 inches in height each, or relief from the sign code must be obtained. In addition, the logo/lettering must be shifted away from the top of the parapet by 28.8 inches, or 10% of the red wall height. The dark brown Wendy's lettering must be reduced to 36 inches in height and shifted away from the top of the parapet by 21.6 inches, again 10% of the dark brown wall height. The quality service sign requires relief, as it is a second sign on the west facade. The Grosse Point Road ground sign requires relief, as it is a second sign on a development site less than 1 acre, and at 60 square feet, it is larger than the 50 square feet allowed by the sign code.
Did these guys get these comments before the case?
No, but I'd like to just make a, can I give a brief?
I mean, this is a lot of stuff.
Well,
I
can
would
I-
normally like to just say, go back and
Well, I
address
just want to be
it.
clear, so we did the project next door, this is being assembled with it for the building that you guys approved at 1923.
Right.
We are the developer of the overall property. Wendy's, we are getting the site plan, all the approvals for the Wendy's. We are not gonna be the ones building the building, so all the question on the signage, we can say we can comply, and we'll forward that on to the architect, actually, that's gonna be design the building.
They're corporate architect.
Mark is our architect for the project, this is gonna be a ground lease to them, they will be building this. The elevations that we have, I don't see any reason why we can't comply with the signage changes as proposed, but this was more the aesthetics, the materials, the design of the overall project.
This is the building you previously approved for us. Then there's the Shell gas station that sits right
We're assembling
here,
that
and
now.
now we're making it into one parcel development.
clean it up.
Well, so, I mean, what are you asking? We approve a brick box? Because there's all this Wendy's stuff, I mean,
But no, we were told, I mean, we're going in for the site plan approval and the special use to get approval to do the Wendy's. So as part of that, it was advised that we get the approval for the appearance review commission prior to the planning commission meeting next month. So if Wendy's Architects needs to come in later for specific details, you know, so be it, but I can say this all sounds fine.
we got the cart before the horse.
So, wait, let me ask you a question. The elevations we looked at were not associated with this site. Are these?
These are, and the ones that have been submitted are
Other than the
reflected.
I think I'll speak in your behalf for a
Go
second.
ahead.
Other than the signage, are the elevations gonna get modified, or is that the way?
No, the elevations that were submitted most recently, which you have.
Those were threw out because they didn't match the site.
Initially, and then we resubmitted the ones that were correct.
I don't
Then
think
you
so.
have,
They do need to be modified to fit the revised site plan.
The last one we looked at were not correct.
yes, and actually those two renderings are of a different building.
And I preface that the renderings
So
are.
wait, so this is still not the building
This
that's
is-
going
The
on?
elevations are correct, but the
Yes, correct.
renderings are of a different design.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, the rendering, this is their prototype building, design materials, this is across the country. Given the nuances of the site and the dimensions of the corner, two of the walls needed to be modified to accommodate, the site dimensions, so. And these have been provided, but I printed out some additional copies. I have some larger ones as well.
Carrie, that's not the ones we looked at.
That's what we're supposed to.
No,
This is not the
this
same.
is after we met, I asked for the new elevations, so these are the new elevations in print form,
So
and
we
that's
have-
the digital. Yeah, so we have the elevations, just the renderings.
Yeah,
just
the renderings,
color,
aesthetically, the material,
color.
all that stuff will be consistent, just the dimensions of some of the walls, the location of the doors had to be modified. But aesthetically, these are the materials, if you wanna elaborate on what it is, this is their prototype.
Well, no, I don't care about that.
I'm saying that's,
I mean, we've seen, I've seen, right.
they tried it, it's a great looking building, a lot of glass, you know, this is a composite, you know, environmental.
Panels that don't age.
Yeah, don't age, so, you know, as far as the Wendy's signage, that would be something that they would be getting permits on separately, and I could have that.
So is there a walk-in cooler somewhere?
The walk-in cooler is behind, is back here, behind the
And is it
building.
fully enclosed?
It's only gross point.
Or in
Yeah,
a,
it's enclosed.
is it,
Not a
isn't,
metal, not a metal panel.
isn't it a material that matches the building?
Yes.
Yes.
So what's the material next to the building? What?
Composite cedar look, and then they have the red, and then they have a black.
Here, this
composite.
is,
So that composite, that, you're saying that
This is a
the
cement.
composite. here,
that's gonna be wrapped around here?
Here, this is.
Because this doesn't tell me, it just says
Yeah,
freezer
this is-
cooler, I don't see what
this is the
materials here.
rendering, These are the renderings, the same
I-
material.
Again,
that-
I know, but look, you guys gotta say, what is this? I see freezer cooler. I mean, tell me what's materials going here.
This. I'm sorry,
Well, I mean, this is lazy, okay?
I'm sorry, I'm not manipulating, I'm not the one building the building, this is their prototypical thousands of.
You're the one
locations.
developing it.
I am the one that's
Right,
getting.
it's lazy,
I mean,
okay? So don't, I mean, just,
It's gonna be the consistent materials on the building, on the whole
well,
building will be
then
consistent.
redo the drawing. Okay, we'll see you guys in a month, because this drawing does, I'm not sitting here spending an hour writing the notes about what materials are
It's
in
gonna be
here.
the same material as the building, which is right here, which is labeled.
I think if you wanted to prove, one of you should come around and start labeling the drawing.
I can
Look at,
do
here,
that
let me,
now.
let me, I can go through this sentence by sentence, and we can be here for 45 minutes. Do you want to do that?
I would do whatever you guys would like to do.
But in the future,
No.
I'm not doing this.
I get it. and this
You
is
understand?
the
I'm
fourth
looking you in the eye.
I get it, and this is our fourth project in Skokie. We've
Right,
got a very
but
good
this
working
is
relationship.
upsetting me.
Okay, this is the first ground lease that we were doing here. You know, I can convey all these comments directly to the architect and to Wendy's corporate who will be doing this. I don't see any reason why.
You're the
we can't
developer.
apply. I am the developer.
You ride at the top of the umbrella, okay?
I'm-
You do. You're the one presenting the case.
I am, and I have nothing to do with the signage, but I understand, and we will comply with whatever the requirements are.
It is requested that the walk-in cooler freezer be enclosed in a building material to match the main building. And that's because the note you have says
And that's-
cooler.
I have no problem complying with that.
All right, so,
No problem. I can write, if you'd like me to come out and handle it.
yeah, one of you guys do it. We're tired of this. Quickly. Along the roof access along Grosse Point Road, include a door to match the adjacent parapet materials to provide a continuous parapet line. I have an idea. That's not fair to these people. You guys here, you guys have the comments? Do you have the comments? Another set of comments? You guys take a drawing, go outside, and mark it up, okay? Otherwise, I'm just gonna get more aggravated, and it's not fair to this next case. So we'll revisit this case and
You could just mark one.
Shortly.
You don't have to mark all five of them. Mitch, just mark one, don't mark all five.
yeah, just mark one, correct.
And I can tell you, in addition to marking it, we can send you a complete.
That's fine. I have to ask these people to approve something tonight, and they gotta approve a document that's got the right information on it. Case 2018-15A, 16A, 17A, 18A, and 19A, which is, are not here. Who are these people?
They're, I think 20A, the last one.
Okay, so these people are passing?
I expected them here tonight, so.
Okay.
I guess we can.
Oh, I'll be happy for them next time.
Oh.
Okay.
This is a good one for you.
Sure. Case 2018-20A, 9306 Woods Drive, the Holocaust Museum, institutional landscape and signage case.
The staff has no objections with the overall design. The variation in paver sizes is welcome. However, consideration should be given to using clay-based pavers in lieu of concrete-based pavers as they better retain their color. Technical items to be addressed include a hold harmless agreement and/or other documentation to enable the pathway, benches, etc. to pass through both public right-of-way and private property. In addition, sign code relief must be granted to allow 4 large banner signs on the west elevation. Each measures 213 square feet in area.
All right, help me get, hi, how are you, sir? Good. Is this Gulf Road? Help me orient where we're going.
Woods Drive is the west side of the building. The other, it's the
No, the only reason I ask is because you guys were gonna do a project along Gulf Road.
Yeah.
Well, that came before us already.
Which you've already been approved. This is a.
No, this was one with the sign, you were gonna do a sign
Right.
band or something. Did that ever?
Right along the parking
That has
lot.
not yet been.
Okay, okay, cool.
So this is,
These
yeah, I have some different ones.
different ones?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're just a little bit bigger, that's why I want to use this instead. So this is the part of the museum that faces Woods Drive.
Okay, straight west.
Technically is the back of the museum. The front
East
faces
side.
the Edens because architect Tigerman wanted us to face Jerusalem
Mm-hmm.
for the open. And I'm also Carol Yetkin, who's the president of COA Design Associates is here. She's worked on some illustrious projects, including the Baha'i Temple
Awesome.
in this area. So the existing conditions in the upper right, it is very barren. When we had our budget, when we built the museum, I'm Howard Swibel. I'm an officer, a trustee of the museum. Nice to see you again. I've been here before.
Sure.
Anyways, this was not, the upper right was not the highest priority. Eric, you slide it over, I want.
Yeah.
So it is just gravel right now with the sidewalk and the signs that the gentleman was referring to.
Mhm.
Those banners have actually been there several years, and Pete said, let's get this technically processed in terms of the banners.
Mm-hmm.
So, in looking at ways to enhance the museum's appearance, it was suggested that we should do something with this area here. It's austere, and it's very
Mhm.
depressing.
No, this looks awesome.
So the idea was a
Very
peace
nice.
garden, and, did you want to move to the next one? So, we learned that there is precedent in the village for a curved sidewalk. And you probably know about this, the shopping center was built years ago by Taxman, by McCormick.
Mm-hmm.
It has a curved sidewalk. So the sidewalk is the proper width, and the entrance to the museum, I believe, is at the top.
Upper right?
Yeah, up the, I'm sorry, are we in the middle?
To the right, yeah.
Yeah. And, so there'll be, different trees and bushes, and, can we move to another slide?
Yep.
Eric, please. Oh, and Eric Schwager, our Director of Operations and Finance is here too. This one is,
Using the trees.
some of the highlights.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a balance because this is not supposed to be frivolous and completely lighthearted, but something more serene. And some of these things are actually mentioned in the Bible. Some of them are actually grown in Europe also, where many of the Holocaust activities took place.
I think it's gonna be great.
Thank you. Well, it's right now, someone's
Well,
saying
and I
it
get
looks-
the whole budget thing. I mean, yeah, you had to get the first thing done, and now
Exactly.
it's such a great success, we've got some money, or some grants.
Well, actually, we had a donor, one
Yeah.
donor who came forward and
That
said,
said,
this really
"Let's clean this
bothers
up."
me.
Yeah.
Let's clean this up. So, the pavers that was mentioned, so we do have a sample over here that's show you. And one of the reasons we selected it, you may recall that the wall itself, the facade, is raw concrete, and we wanted something that blended with it. We're not that concerned about whether it fades or
Careful,
not.
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what it looks like.
You got stuck carrying that here.
I do everything.
Yeah.
And so that's the crisscross
Sure.
pattern. And then if you can get to the next one, I mean, I know we don't want to waste your time, but I want to show you some of the highlights.
Yeah,
So,
that's here and here and
putting
here.
in some benches. Right now, we have groups that come, they don't really have a convenient gathering place. There is a place on the side that has some benches, but here's a place where, let's say, a school group could meet
Mhm.
before or after visiting the museum. Simple, natural material, wood. I forgot, did you tell, Carol, that this is some kind of like organic thing? What is it?
It's sustainably harvested natural wood, ipe,
Epe, yeah,
which is
Ipe.
very
present.
commonly used
Yeah.
for park benches.
Oh,
and
that's
hard.
Yeah, outdoor and locker room use and stuff like that, yeah.
And so those are curved too, which makes it easier for people to have conversations, because it's not a straight line. And then, again, we want to have something that's educational, so you see, this is, those, on the right is the two columns that are in front of the museum, which are actually described in the Book of Kings. Those are the exact dimensions of the columns that stood in front of Solomon's Temple, 1500 BC. So on the sidewalk, we're gonna have, are we gonna have 4 of those or 5 of those, Carol?
5.
5 of these stands, and each will have a saying, perhaps something from the Torah, perhaps something from the Gospels, maybe some other, some having to do with Holocaust, something to do with just philosophy of being kind to your neighbors.
Mhm. Something contemplative.
Exactly, something contemplative. Very good. So,
You can use that in the future.
yes, we're gonna quote you. We're gonna make put you on there.
Sure, yeah, no, don't.
So, anyway, that-
Conflict of
you
interest.
see this. So, I think that's.
No, I think that's beautiful. I mean, Mary Jane, did you have any comments from a landscaping perspective?
No, I just
Oh, excuse me,
read
those are the banners.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger.
And, that's just, it's letting people know perhaps what the current event is. Sometimes the exhibits rotate. Excuse me, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, just as far as using clay versus concrete, I think that has Enduracolor so that it doesn't fade,
That's correct.
right?
Yeah, this is the upgraded surface on a Unilock
A Unilock,
product.
yeah.
And
So I think it's
much
fine.
better than the old.
Right.
Yeah,
It
gotcha.
won't fade.
Yes, that's correct.
Awesome.
No, it looks wonderful.
Thank you very much. It'd be a little different if there's joggers.
Yeah, no,
They
no,
gotta
no,
pay
no,
attention
no,
when
no,
they're
no,
running, but
right.
I think that.
No, but this takes care of people even in wheelchairs and stuff. It's fine,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
It's wide enough to accommodate
Yeah.
2 wheelchairs crossing
Sure.
each other.
And for some people, it's a little scary when they drive up. It looks like a prison, but.
Yeah, no, this is gonna really clean that up. You're gonna try to get that done starting this spring, or
Yes, Carol.
the check has been cashed?
As soon as possible. We'll get it.
Awesome. All right.
And we really appreciate working with the village. The village has been very, very hospitable to us.
You guys are good to the village having that museum, so. Does anybody have, Mary Jane, do you want to make a
Sure.
motion for approval as presented?
Right. I move that a certificate of appropriateness be granted to case number 2018-020A at 9603 Woods Drive as presented.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. So passed. Congratulations.
And thank you, I just want to note for the record, this happens to be tonight, the beginning
Yom
of the
HaShoah.
celebration, Yom HaShoah, which is the
What do you know?
Holocaust Remembrance Day.
There you go.
So thank you very
Sure,
much.
sure. No, thank you very much. Here, before you pick that up, all right, good luck, okay?
Good to see you.
Thank you. You too as well.
We'll be back. We'll come up
And
with-
great work on the drawings. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, you guys ready? Yeah. All right, we're gonna recall case number 9319 Skokie Boulevard for Right Line Properties LLC. The comments were read into the record before. We will kind of use those comments as we go, but
All right, I would like to first apologize, we have not received the comments prior to this
No
meeting.
worries.
If we had, we would have incorporated it.
Sure.
I've read, I'm assuming these are the comments, is it just this half a page?
yes.
Those are the comments.
Yes.
We reviewed the comments, we made as many notes on there as possible regarding to
Sure.
match the elevations, the materials, the comments on the signage. We have the only thing that was not noted on there, well, everything was noted on there, frankly.
Sure.
You know, we still would request that, the Grosse Point Road monument sign, as shown here, would match the other sign that was already approved and under construction on the Skokie side. So we have no problem complying. But to meet the size, we have no problem agreeing to make that 50 square feet or less.
Same design though as the matching the sign.
It was already approved, that's under construction, permitted, so that sign will match, we'll keep it under 50 square feet, and that will be at the entrance on Grosse Point Road, so there'll be one on the Skokie Road, or Skokie, and then one on Grosse Point.
And those that would be conforming under that situation, or they need?
That would be part, there's some relief involved
Yeah.
with the sign package, so that would go along with the
Okay.
package.
Yeah, but the size of
case review.
the size and the height and the location of the signs we noted on there, and we'll convey that to Wendy's so that they can modify.
So
their
I
own.
guess we're gonna say that, pardon me, 1 second, I guess we're gonna say, if we come to terms here, we're gonna approve the structure with the provision that should the development move forward and Wendy's does in fact do this, they're gonna come back in for sign.
Signs, yes.
Or If we agree to the locations. and the
Right.
signs, they
But
have to
if
come
you
back.
if you get past your next meeting and you proceed with Wendy's, we're gonna want Wendy's back
For the sign.
for the sign.
You have to submit for a signed permit.
Right,
Which
right.
entitles appearance.
Right.
But the real question is, as far as you know, they're not gonna change the elevation.
No, these elevations came
Right.
right from them, so, I mean, if
Right.
you're able to approve the signage with these conditions, that would be great.
Right, and-
Because, I mean, this came from them, so they're not gonna
Well,
allow
you guys gotta tell me as they go through this, if we've got any heartbreaks on signage.
Well, yeah, for signage, it'd be nice to deal with relief design issues now, but
Right,
if
but
they have to, then we just have to modify.
as they're talking, you
Yeah,
take notes of
yeah.
what we gotta
Yeah.
consider as
So I
relief.
read all that, we made the comments, the height, the locations, all
Mhm.
that stuff, seemed reasonable and would comply. We have no problem conveying.
Calling out to close up the ladder,
So-
access opening, and I
okay.
prefer interior ladders, I don't like, Starbucks makes us do this too a lot. We prefer interior, so if
All right.
we put the note on there, but I would highly convince them to go to an interior ladder system.
Either way,
Okay,
it's gonna
in which
set it
case
to
that
the
would go
same.
away.
Either way, it's gonna look the same.
Right.
Given the contiguous
Okay.
nature of it, so, the HVAC will be screened,
Yeah, we got that.
and then, I mean, that's it, but we think it's.
So, and there was a comment about the parapet and the AC units.
Yeah, I put a note in there saying that the parapet, and we do sight lines and everything else to make sure that usually it's a 48-inch parapet that covers the units, or if it's not, the roof's lower
Right.
in the back section where the parapet.
Because you're at an interesting intersection, there's no way to get away from you can't say, well, we're in the
See
back of the
every
building.
angle.
You get it from every angle,
Yeah.
so you're gonna have to be
So
really
the
conscious
parapet will
of
be
it.
higher, or it'll be
Mhm.
screened, so that no problem complying
Okay.
with that as other projects.
All signage sizes are to meet all codes.
Well, the
That's a
height.
pretty good general note.
I mean,
It says it right here.
related to the comments, the location,
understand.
producing it, I mean, I understand we're seeking variance, but it's more for just maybe the amount and whatnot.
Yeah.
Whatever they're gonna need a variance on signage, let's make sure that they know about it, so they can say aesthetically,
Now, it appears that you guys are adding a sign here.
Quality service sign requires relief as a
So
second
that was one of the
sign.
comments, it said,
Facade.
no, the 50, no, they
Right.
was recommended.
This.
We'll have Carrie describe some of the signage issues that we want to bring up.
Sure.
This, that what you're pointing to is the second, it's right here, it says, also consideration could be given to adding the dark brown or red accent to these elements, possibly with the addition of the Wendy's logo, so that's.
Oh, here?
that's-
Okay.
We made a note on
I
that.
mean,
Okay, that you may want to just throw a picture of her on there
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
what we-
Right,
I
okay.
couldn't, I don't think you'd want me to scribble that right now.
No, no.
It looked like a.
But you know, drivers will see it coming up
Yeah, no,
Grosse
I
Point
think
Road.
that's a
Right.
great comment, and, they shouldn't have any issue.
Rarely do we
But
talk.
this requires relief.
Okay,
Yes.
But
So
this
as
is two
shown
signs
up
the
on the
west
wall
side.
and in front of you, so the red Wendy's in the lower right corner, the logo and the Wendy's lettering, they're greater than 36 inches, which is the maximum allowed by code. So if you're okay with the proportion, then relief would need to be granted for that, for
are you
size.
referring to the drawing number 1 in the bottom right corner?
Yes,
Okay.
one in the lower right corner.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then on the west elevation, which is the middle elevation with the dark brown with the Wendy's behind it, or on top of it, that is also, the lettering is greater than 36 inches. We would recommend, especially for that one, to reduce it to actually meet code, and then shift it away from the
Yeah,
parapet.
we made a note to
Okay.
that, to lower it. so,
Yeah.
Okay. And the red one's a little close, but proportionately, the one at the drive-through is very close to the top of the parapet, so we would definitely
Yeah,
want
there's
to
actually a
shrink
little
that down
white.
and lower it,
I
yeah.
don't disagree, there's actually, you can't, it's tough to see because there's a white background. There's some white on top of on the red.
Yeah.
So Carrie, on drawing number 5, the Wendy's you're saying gets lowered, but,
And
you
shrunk down
and
a
you
little
want the
bit.
and you want the scale down to code.
Yes.
And I would agree, no
Okay.
one's really gonna see that sign,
Right.
especially in the other building.
It's too big
Is there?
Yeah.
on the bottom right.
And then the quality sign, like between the two drive-through elements, that's a second sign, so that would need relief. If you like it the way it is, we'd consider relief or the
Is
plan
this-
commission consider relief for
Is
that.
this what these guys are doing or what?
That's what they're, I would say I agree in the Wendy's, I would think, just given that it's text that they want people to read, I would be reluctant to be shrinking that. I think it fits proportionally with the.
Well, it's also in an alcove, if I'm
Yeah, it's
reading it
kinda tucked
correctly.
in.
It's not facing the street
You're
at all.
right.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
tucked into an alcove, so it doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
Right.
you're not gonna,
It's not out in the face.
And we don't normally recommend additional signage, but since Grosse Point is quite a prominent
that's,
street, and the east elevation 06 at the top of the page seemed a little, like it could have a little boost of, yeah.
I think that's a
You will
good
see
comment.
From the street,
Mhm.
signage.
You're recommending one here too, is what you're saying?
Maybe just like the Wendy's circle and,
Right
That's
here.
facing.
Well, that one's
No, that's
on the
the
back
back.
of the building. What about this here? Carrie?
yeah, that's the elevation we were
Right.
talking about.
So
The
maybe
one that's
throw
actually
her,
facing,
throw Wendy,
Grosse Point
throw
Road.
Wendy on that, or
Code
throw some,
size,
Just, I think she means just the,
code size, right?
Yeah, I think just,
the logo.
An
Just the
accent
girl,
color,
right?
either the brown or the red.
Just the grill?
are we just,
And,
That's
well,
actually
that was
facing
just
the street.
something
Yeah.
the
modest,
top one
but,
is basically
Right.
Don't
facing-
usually recommend
that-
more
the top
signage,
one's
so.
parallel to Grosse Point,
Right.
so-
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a side of the building that's not visible. I mean, if you said one's the least visible, it's probably the one with the drive-through, because
what are these two, what do these want to be?
those look like they're vents, right?
Those are probably lights.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, wall packs, yeah.
Wall packs for the drive-through.
Yeah.
So Carrie, what are you suggesting, a Wendy's sign here?
Maybe where like the
I'm
parapet
sorry.
cap,
There, we just showed it, it's right spot, just right by the glass.
yeah, in that area, and either maybe the dark brown or red as an accent color was what we suggested.
Okay.
Initially, we were thinking dark brown, but it seemed like that was the drive-through color, so we weren't sure how Wendy's felt about their color palette, so either the
Yeah.
knight's armor, dark brown, or
Yeah, no, I think
red.
Yeah, red and white always look nice.
So, all right, so I got a handle on this. Let's go back to the first thing we're talking about. What was the non-conforming about this one?
It's too big and it's too close to the parapet.
They're taller than 36 inches each, both the Wendy's and also the logo.
What are they? I can't tell.
Let's shrink that one.
I think we scaled it to maybe 42 inches, or,
Can we just make these conform?
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
I would just make it easy.
We'll just say,
The size.
size and scale will conform. Does it conform to have Wendy's and her there currently, or is that relief?
I'd have to double check.
But we
make
can-
sure that
we
it would
can
be
grant
relief.
it as long as we
Yeah,
get
if
the
you like
letter-
it
as long as we
aesthetically,
get
we'll
the
make
scale.
sure the
Okay.
relief, yeah.
Typically, I mean, like the
All right.
Starbucks logo, I think it was, yeah.
So if I were to summarize, let's wait till I get all their attention. I'll summarize it, and then I'll give Tom the mission of.
And we've worked actually very diligently with the village.
Yeah.
on the site. This is
Right.
one of the most difficult sites we've.
All right, so Julie, I'm gonna summarize real quick. So this will go to conforming, so that'll be smaller, okay? We're going to give them, we're not sure whether the Wendy's and the actual picture of Wendy is conforming, but we would allow that. It's gonna be proposed to allow that. On the very back of the building will be probably just a picture of Wendy.
Oh, we were talking about the Grosse Pointe roadside? I mean, if you,
But they have, that's the rear of the building. Point to the rear of the building. Yep, yep.
This is the
Right. Here.
So you're proposing
There's
signage
no,
Yeah, that was what that was
Oh,
the
okay.
consideration.
Okay.
well, that's what you see going up Grosse Pointe Road.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good.
I have to summarize, Julie, you're not looking. So-
I'm listening. I'm
Okay.
looking while I.
Well, as long as you vote, that's fine.
I'm visual.
Everybody vote. So we're gonna allow whatever's code compliant to that, to their thing there, right, Carrie?
okay. Relief would be,
Right, we would grant relief for that.
yeah. So
This-
Wendy's and the logo there?
What do you guys think?
Wendy's logo.
I think it'd be nice to have.
I would just put the logo.
You don't typically
Just
see,
Wendy.
I don't know that ever see just the face.
Face.
I mean, if you look at, I mean, if anything, I would think just the Wendy's, but I think it looks just nice and clean to just take their logo and you keep the size smaller, but I think it's.
It could be a mini one of that one with her next to the
Yeah,
Wendy's.
I think
Yeah.
that, and then
Because
it's
it's
nice.
But-
$100.
Right, but,
I think the size.
something small there, okay? Then we're gonna move on up here to the next drawing. This sign gets lowered and it gets to scale.
I agree with that, Joe, that's too high.
This, you're gonna add something here. It may be the same thing you put back here.
I think it's easy to say that, just
Match where we
match.
Yeah, it may, you know what I mean?
The one thing keep in mind, that's the stacking of the cars, maybe you wanna go.
That,
You might
no.
wanna, maybe you wanna consider it up here rather than here, cause the
Yeah,
cars
you-
are gonna be lined
You,
up.
you guys figure that out.
well, the height would be,
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, the cars would be lined up there, maybe you want it at a height.
yeah, I'd probably go.
You guys will figure that
All the
out.
cars aren't gonna be that high, I mean,
But
but yeah, well.
they're all SUVs now, they're not. So, and that's basically it, and then this is gonna be that.
Either an internal.
What about, and the ground signs are okay? Do we have to grant any relief on the ground signs?
We're
The
gonna
ground
comply to
sign,
50 feet,
comply with 50 square feet?
yes,
Okay.
we'll shrink it up.
Okay, okay.
You think you got that?
Yeah.
Are you talking to me?
Did you want any accent color in that area as the backdrop?
No, I think we were thinking that
Just
the
leave it?
sign would take care of
Yeah, I
that.
think that's
Okay.
gonna be a nice pop,
Just want to make sure I understand.
and then it's gonna look great in the corner with all the glass, so.
Have at it, Thomas.
Sure. I move that a
And
certificate of
Carrie, feel free to
appropriateness
dive in if you need.
Yeah,
Be
okay.
granted.
Maybe do it by drawing number, you know what I mean?
Yes, in case number 2018-014A, at 9319 Skokie, with the following comments, that on front elevation number 1, the seemingly non-conforming Wendy's picture and sign be made conforming by lowering it away from the parapet and by making it smaller. That on the rear elevation, 2, that the developer consider the addition of a sign possibly like that horizontal Wendy's picture and name. Lettering, that's what I was looking for. And on the drive-through side, elevation number 5, that the Wendy's lettering be made compliant by reducing it in size and lowering it away from the parapet as required. That also on that elevation, that the quality service that doesn't cut corners is our recipe narration be permitted. That on the side elevation, number 6, developer consider the addition of another sign, possibly just adjacent to the storefront, but possibly higher up on the wall, in consideration of the drive-through and the car stacking. All other changes be made to be consistent with the staff comments. In particular, the ground sign will be 50 square feet in size and not 60 as drawn. That the rooftop HVAC units that are visible be made invisible by either relocation on the roof or modification to the parapets.
And the screening of the walk-in coolers.
Yeah.
And in addition, on the O2 rear elevation, the walk-in what's the comment there?
It's going to be it's going to match the siding.
The material to be used on the enclosure of the walk-in cooler match the adjacent construction materials. And lastly, back to 06 side elevation, that the access door either be eliminated in favor of an interior ladder, or that the material match adjacent construction.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. So passed.
Thank
Good
you
work,
all.
guys. Way to scramble.
Sorry to close this out.
No worries. Hey, yeah, it's good that you're gonna be able to move on, and,
We appreciate it.
yeah, no worries. You know what we're looking for. We just hate redesigning stuff, so. That's fine. No fine.
Good luck.
All right, good luck. Congratulations.
We're done, or there were so many things after us? Oh, can we take a quick picture of that?
Yes,
We're gonna
yes.
notate all this back.
Yes. Nathan, do you have that drawing?
What happened to the 6 cases after us?
Yeah.
We knocked them
No,
out.
they were probably listening to me talk to you, and they said, we're getting out of here.
They were easy.
Scared them away.
You got that? Sure. No, is it easier if I get out of your way?
Thank you very much.
You got it? Cool. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Yep.
So I guess, I would say, related to those 5 cases, we'll just request to continue them till May. And
Yeah, so we will,
otherwise, yeah,
case numbers for the record.
it's 15A.
We had
through
several no-shows.
19A.
Case 2018-11A at 9406 Kedvale. We had MVP Skokie Opco, which was on 2E Avenue. They no-showed. And we had the following case numbers not show, and it is presumed that they will be continued, and that's 2018-15A, 16A, 17A, 18A, and 19A. And meeting is adjourned.